EMU spacesuit, helmet and visor attached, strap, temperature gauge, oxygen tank, pride in my backpack. No time for no backtrack as my mind drifts in the abstract. Fear and panic kicks in, sweat drips under my glass mask. I'm frozen, my mind's gone. Gotta keep this grip from both of my arms strong. Shades of the Apollos, Aldrin and Armstrong. Can feel the mission, visualizing, dreading all of this gone wrong. Take a deep breath and buckle in. It's the start of the launch dawns. In 8.5 minutes, using 4 million pounds of propellant. 3 liquid fuel engines consumed that the rocket's expelling. Accelerating, now we surpassing the speed of sound and excelling. Starting to lose gravity, can't tell if it's the ground or the ceiling. And now my blood flows upward, pooling from my feet to my brain. Cerebral veins, vision's getting blurry, can't see in frame. I need to maintain as the G-force of 3 G's is attained. Finally released into an orbit as we exceed the terrain. We live within our limits from our frail rooftops. As we look up to the clouds, see if rain gon' drop. Every day on earth's a struggle, pain don't stop. But from where I'm at, all I see's a pale blue dot. From every great conqueror to all of those oppressed, to every species above and below the ocean crest. For anything we've known within our plain view stops. Cause from where I'm at, all I see's a pale blue dot. My eardrums go numb to absolute silence. Shut the lights off with my secret, just a glance in my iris. All I see is pitch dark, Vanta black and it's skyless. Not a single star in sight, never imagined it like this. Turn my head and is the earth I seen in atlases and compasses, just hovering in front of me and hanging on to nothingness. 24,000 miles, move my hand around the circumference. The beauty is so wondrous, 8 billion of us come from this. An emergence of a blue flame emits from the perimeter. The mighty sun rises just as I could witness this phenomenon. Light is dimmed the photometer. The only thing that I can see that's lit is distant Andromeda. Temperature lifts on thermometer, and now my head is feeling full from the pressure of circulation. Can't let my muscles atrophy, train for self-preservation. And as I strap myself to get rest on this higher station, the sun sets to reveal a majestic illumination. We live within our limits from our frail rooftops. As we look up to the clouds, see if rain gon' drop. Every day on earth's a struggle, pain don't stop. But from where I'm at, all I see's a pale blue dot. From every great conqueror to all of those oppressed, to every species above and below the ocean crest. For anything we've known within our plain view stops. Cause from where I'm at, all I see's a pale blue dot. 16 times a day I orbit the earth in its motion. The green hue of aurora borealis, a witness it glowing. I could even spot pollution cross the Indian Ocean, or spot where crops are cultivated or deficient and growing. Cause our history showing steady technological progression. Tens of thousands years of lessons, times we prosper to regressions. From a flat earth hypothesis and guessing to a top of rocket ship, reflecting, integrate intuitions, contemplate with questions. The possibilities endless, every which way exploring. In this vast void, is there any other intelligence staring for me, or laying dormant? And as our own planet is facing warming, we keep brainstorming new and improved ways of terraforming. We stay reforming, steady building, solving, set up plans. Can't repeat history, killing for this 29% of land that's surrounded by water. We conquer, we slaughter, but we gotta lend a hand now to each other, for each of us to reach the new ascent of man. We live within our limits from our frail rooftops. As we look up to the clouds, see if rain gon' drop. Every day on earth's a struggle, pain don't stop. But from where I'm at, all I see's a pale blue dot. From every great conqueror to all of those oppressed, to every species above and below the ocean crest. For anything we've known within our plain view stops. Cause from where I'm at, all I see's a pale blue dot.
Oh, that's a great track. Okay, so who's in? Hi, how are you? Who's this? Who's this? You need to unmute and then you can speak. Oh, you're next to me, Laith, right? Yeah. Okay. So, hi, who is this? I can see Maram is there. Can you unmute?
Hi.
I can hear you now. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So you are in, there we go, a virtual handshake. You're in the Karachi office?
Yes, I'm in the Karachi office.
Fantastic. Okay. So how are you finding the experience?
Of it.
Yeah, you will. You will. So you've got another options. You can take selfies out there with the camera
Yeah, I
button.
tried clicking
There's
one.
yeah. Wait. Let's get one with you. Oh, where are you? All right. We do click with the camera. Ah, okay. I didn't. I need to get you in there. Wait. How did? Abdul, can you take a selfie or a picture with me? And
I'm
sorry, what was
trying,
your
I
name?
can't click.
Yeah, just took a picture of you two.
Ah, perfect. Sorry, what was your name?
You
What
asking
was
me?
your name? Yeah.
Asma?
Ah, right, Asma. Nice to meet you, Asma. Who's this?
Nice
Oh,
to meet you.
hi.
Munir,
Yeah. Who is that?
he's trying to handshake.
He is doing a handshake. Hey, Hub.
We can't hear you. If you can unmute yourself, we can hear you.
Ah, he's Munir. Okay, he's Munir.
Muni, there's a
I
mic.
think
Go to
I've
that.
unmuted. I think I've unmuted myself.
Yeah, now we
Ah,
can hear you.
Munir. Now we can hear you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you finding being in a space environment?
Oh, it's fantastic. Getting used to it. I just went off a roller coaster.
Oh, fantastic. So, yeah. So actually, this is just one part. We have a whole spaceship underneath.
Cool.
Uh, it really does look beautiful when you look at it from this angle.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Wow. Ah, yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna have some. Much now. So I'd love to know from Unilever's perspective, what's drawn you in towards the metaverse? Hey, Asma,
Hi.
what has drawn you towards the metaverse?
I think it's something new. It's interesting. It's something our consumers would be interacting with in future, and a lot of stuff is going to happen in this space. So from that perspective, I think we need to be well versed with it.
And are you looking at it from just well, one of the perspectives you're looking at it from is e-commerce.
Sorry, your voice is echoing. It's not very clear.
One second, let me see. Guys, are you guys muted? So what to do is make sure you're muted when I'm speaking. Otherwise, there'll be an echo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your voice is echoing, so I can't hear you clearly. Me, can you hear him?
What?
No, I can hear you, but I can't hear Asim.
Can you hear me now, Munir?
Better.
All right. Okay.
This is
That's
someone
because
here.
I've got that boom thing. So Abdul, when you put
Just please, everybody, mute yourself if you are not using your mic to avoid echoing. Everybody mute himself if you. and unmute yourself when you need to talk.
Mute.
And please, if you are using a laptop, make sure you are using a headphone.
So they'll come in 10 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense because when the laptops are on, that's what causes the feedback.
Exactly.
I think I'm a lot clearer now, right?
This laptop, but let's circulate the blurs around.
Alina, am I clearer now? Sorry, Asma. All right. Okay. So I'd love to know what started. What do you see as the from verticals, from education to e-commerce to shows?
Mariam, just as an update, we'll start in 10 minutes. The other MC members have reached. They're just settling in and then we can connect. Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Guys, please use headphones to avoid echoes.
How are you walking?
Asma, am I audible to you? Just a sound check.
Yes.
Yeah, so we've muted the main mic from the screen, from the
Okay,
projector.
great.
So hopefully it wouldn't echo now.
There's so many Mariams. Yeah, like I'm trying to add friends here and there are 2 Mariams. Yeah, I just added her. Yeah, I know. I just added you. Yeah. And there's Mariam Ali.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
So the closer you go,
This is Hanan,
Hi,
and
Alina.
I am from. I don't have a VR right now, but just trying to navigate through my own laptop. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Abdul, might as well get. Can you put more tunes in, or only those that you already have? Also, am I clear when I'm speaking?
Wasim, can you check
Fantastic.
your lower right corner? Do you see host tools? Because I made you a host.
No, I can see title screen, camera, selfie, bubble.
No, this is the left side. I mean the right side. Do you see any icons on it? Okay, I think not. So can you re-enter and you will see host tools on your lower right corner? Just re-enter the environment.
My laptop.
Okay, well, why do you want host tools? What does it allow me to do?
It will allow you to amplify your voice. No. The thing, Mariam, is that Wasim disconnects the
Sorry?
megaphone every time he unmute and remute himself. So he needs to put himself on megaphone by himself, not by us. Can you re-enter, Wasim?
Okay, I'll go out and come back. Okay.
Okay.
क्यों ये क्या कर रहा था Munir put it on the MC group. Alina, can you send it to me as well?
Thank you, Mariam.
Dear. Who is this gentleman? Man. Anan hai.
Mariam, are you there? So, Mariam, we've got most of the members who've joined in. We've got Amir Paracha, who's our chairman. We've got Asma Haq, who's joined in. You've already spoken to her, and Munir, who had joined in as well. And there's Hanan as well, who you've spoken to. So I think we could start off, and one or two members will just join in as we go along.
Amir, you need to move.
Where?
Amir, you're almost hugging another item.
Ready to walk?
You can walk as well, but only within the boundary.
Within the boundary.
Yeah.
Blue boundary जो है.
Yes. Blue line की boundary होगी.
अगर ये मुझे मैं सीट पे नहीं बैठ सकता ना.
Yes.
आपकी choice है. Whether you want.
You have to.
What? Yes. Yes, you do.
But that's beyond the blue boundary then.
Okay.
Press the buttons to jump ahead, or the toggle buttons.
You remember that you're going to click on the red square to show the control widget for the presentation, right? Don't forget that. Okay.
You are actually sitting. You can't see it, but we can see it on the screen. You are actually towards the chair now.
I can see Amir.
You कौन है? You can't see me.
I can see you on the big screen. You are at the chairs.
Welcome back, Wasim. Are you able to amplify your voice right now?
Yes, I can see host tools. I can see them.
Perfect. Make sure you always amplify your voice. This way everyone can hear you.
Now when I'm speaking, everybody should be able to hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Fantastic. So that allows me to amplify my voice. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Are we ready to go?
Whenever you mute and unmute yourself,
Yeah.
you will keep on amplify. You won't need to make it every time.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Maria? Chairs. Should I move?
Do I need to move? I'm Asma. Yeah. How do I move? With the joystick? Have I moved?
Are you using a laptop or an Oculus?
No, I'm not using a laptop.
What are you using?
The VR equipment.
Okay. I think you move
Have I
now.
moved?
Who's online?
Maram, if you can hear me, can you move to the stages, please? Can you take a seat, Maram? Hello, Amir. Can you take a seat, please, to start?
No, you're standing. Can you see me?
Yeah, you're towards the chair now, Asma.
Okay, fine, great.
There's still Amir is not taking a seat. Please, Amir, can you go to the seats right there and have a seat? Yeah, move you with your left thumbstick.
No, not yet.
You don't need to move physically in real life, but you can move with your left thumbstick in your left controller. Yeah, now you are moving back. Make it
Can you
forward.
move towards
Yeah,
the
like
seat?
that.
So just move your avatar with your keypad
towards the
and
seat.
moving towards the seat.
Ijaz, please take a seat.
Yeah, okay.
If you can hear us. If not, okay, Wasim, let's start without him.
Yeah, now
Mariam,
Amir is
I'm
Okay.
going to
last.
play the video, okay?
The rest are all seated as well.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm playing the video.
So you have to turn.
Perfect.
Where's the screen? I can't see it.
It's loading something right now. It will show in.
Mariam, can you increase your volume a little bit? Slightly better.
You guys are on the megaphone, right?
Okay, it is loading right now.
There's a screen that should be visible to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
And
See this?
Mariam, can you hear me? Can you please come here for a second? Can you start the slides because the video is having loading issues? Okay, spawn the control widget and start.
Okay, I guess I got claps as well. That's amazing. So welcome everybody. Thanking everybody at Unilever Pakistan and the management for coming on to experience this in real time. We're at a point where we as a species are encountering change which is exponential and rapid. Technology is disrupting every area of our life, from the way we travel to what we eat, where we eat, what we wear, but also how we conduct business and also how we learn. The metaverse, as a definition for myself, is how you interact with the environment around you as an expansion of yourself, but globally. The fact that you can use technology to have an immersive experience like we're having now, and you can be born anywhere in the world and have access. The metaverse for me is key in how we going to learn, educate, how we're going to conduct business, how we're going to collaborate, how we're going to explore the very potential that we all have. Imagine you can be born in Rwanda today and have access to chief in Pakistan. You can connect with people all around the world. And not only do you get to learn from each other, you can collaborate each other and you can build something together. So with that, I wanted to thank Mariam for a phenomenal effort, as well as Abdo and Usman and the team for putting this together, and all of you at Unilever for taking that initiative to experience something that, you know, we're all figuring out. No one has truly figured this out, but this is just one example of all the things that can happen. So welcome. I'll let Mariam take over. Enjoy the experience, and I look forward to having your feedback after. Take care.
We can see Metavisionaries. Every change starts with a vision. Currently about Metavisionaries.
Yeah, we can see it.
It's about Metavisionaries right now. Mariam, if you please can wait for some seconds to check the audio for the live streaming. Mariam, if you please can wait for some seconds to check the view for the live stream. Just 1 second, I'm checking with Osman because your voice is not hearable in the live stream, but all other voices are.
Miriam, I think we could still continue. The video is anyway being recorded, so we can keep that as backup for anybody who would like to view it. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Can hear you.
Yeah.
Daily trading volume of NFTs at the peak. There's a $500 million investment in metaverse real estates. So when you talk about the metaverse, there's not one metaverse for all. There can be multiple metaverse. Every company can build their own metaverse, but the technology allows you to teleport yourself from one metaverse to another. So for instance, let's say Nike has their own metaverse, then let's say Facebook, Meta has their own metaverse, but being in this environment, you're able to easily teleport yourself from one environment to another without any geographical boundaries. So the investment in Meta by Meta, this was actually the time that the companies and everyone around the world piqued their interest in metaverse. This was when Meta invested about $10 billion into this space. So investment by Meta into this space was just an indicator of how large this space is and what is the potential impact this can have in the future economies all around the world. If you look at the statistics of the VR headsets, a lot of you are using ones right now as well. So the headsets that were being produced, they were not as much as they were today, right? So we had maybe one model, maybe one company manufacturing it. But if you look today, there are multiple companies who are investing into VR headsets. So there is 80% of the headsets that are being used today are being produced by Meta. But other than that, a lot of other companies like HTC are also producing headsets which are equally, competent and good at what they do. So the metaverse that we have right now, as we know, it's still under development. It's not something that's completely been developed and it's not in its final version. But the forecasts show that maybe 5 years from now, or maybe less than that, like with the way that technology is going, with the way how the advancements are coming along, we can expect that maybe a year from now or 2 years from now, we're going to have fully immersive environments where companies, where people, where schools, where education institutes will actually be operating only from the metaverse, right? So this is just an example of how you and I are interacting right now. You are sitting in Karachi, I'm sitting in London right now, but the ability for us to be in a real space right now, interact with each other, be in the same room, it's just the kind of potential that there is for cross-country collaboration as well. So if I look at the brands that are currently into this space, some of the brands who have already ventured into this market, there's Adidas, there's Nike, there's PayPal. McDonald's has actually set up a whole metaverse restaurant and they've actually had a trademark on that as well. Then we have Amazon. Amazon is operating in the metaverse now. Then we have Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is actually doing a lot of its marketing and promotional campaigns in the metaverse. Then we have Disney, we have HTC, we have Tommy Hilfiger, we have Gucci, we have LV. So a lot of luxury retail brands are also venturing into this space. What they're doing with this space is using this space as a medium to reach greater markets, so that somebody who's into maybe like one part of the world does not have access to an actual Gucci store. For instance, in Pakistan, we don't have an official Gucci store, right? But being in the metaverse, you are now able to actually have access to a Gucci store in Paris, just like as you would in a physical environment. So these are all of the luxury retail companies that are now also actively venturing into this space. So one example, something very relevant a few months back was Samsung launched its phone S22 into metaverse. So one might ask, what is the difference between, why might we not use Teams or Zoom or other platforms that are giving you the same approach? You can still interact with each other. Well, the simple answer is metaverse is far more interactive, far more immersive, and there's a lot of customization possible. There's more engagement if you compare it to your traditional Zoom or other networks. For example, if you and I are on Zoom right now, we're literally just talking, right? But right now, being in the metaverse, we're actually in the same room, we're under the same roof, we're having access to the same furniture, we're looking at things the same way, we can have a projector playing on, we can even show 3D models of objects. So that kind of collaboration, it's more immersive, it's more engaging for everyone, for you and me. As compared to if we were just talking on another network or maybe Teams or Zooms where we're literally just talking, right? So Samsung launched its phone S22 in the metaverse with thousands of attendees from all around the world. So this is just an example of the kind of scale that metaverse is being used at, right? So Samsung has already taken a leap into this space. They're doing their product launches in the metaverse. So this is just one example of a use case for companies that are producing products. So then another very something that I personally really like about the metaverse is the whole idea of having global conferences and meetings. So previously, if you need to do a global meeting, for instance, you have a meeting in Amsterdam, right? You need to fly all of your team members to Amsterdam. You're paying for the tickets, you're paying for the hotels, all of that cost and everything and not to forget, with the climate change coming in, imagine the carbon footprint you're creating when you're actually flying thousands of miles across the world for just like a 2 or 3 hour conference. Now with the metaverse, you have the option of literally holding that event into this space under one roof, You do not need to fly people from all around the world. People can be sitting in their original workspaces, in their offices, at their homes, and still be attending a whole immersive conference live with everyone, just like they would in a physical environment, right? So if I talk about the climate perspective, you're also saving on a lot on the carbon footprint, because we do know that the future of business cannot be planned without taking climate into consideration. So if you speak from the sustainability and climate perspective, this is also something that has a very good impact on saving the carbon footprint for the environment. E-commerce, it is one of the most useful use cases of metaverse. As we know that a lot of luxury retail brands are already venturing into this space. So you might ask, how can companies, how can companies venture into e-commerce in the metaverse? So the simple answer is that, for instance, the room that you and I are in right now, I have the option of placing 3D models of your products into this room right now, where people can actually come in, they can click on the products, they can check out. So, your products are already placed in a store. People can just, with one click, they can literally just buy that product, have it delivered to their houses. So if you see on the screen, there's a lady and she's looking at the picture of like some automobile product, right? So she can roam around the building, she can have a look at all of the products, and then there's an Amazon link for checkout. She can just go on that link, because the metaverse is connected to Amazon. You can literally just go on that Amazon link and you can check out and you have the product with you. So that is also one of the use cases that businesses are actively involved in when they talk about metaverse and e-commerce. Then obviously we have lectures and classes. Education sector is actually one of the sectors that is the most active in using metaverse, because as we all know that when the COVID-19 pandemic came in, all of our education moved to the virtual world. It was all Zoom, it was all online lectures. So somehow the educational institutes were already equipped with the capacity to take their education digital, and the metaverse literally just enhanced that experience for everyone. So at this point, as you and I speak, we are already helping a lot of institutions like Qatar University, then we have Griffith University in Australia, we have International Space University. So all of these institutions are actually holding their classes in the metaverse environment that you and I are in right now. What is the benefit of those classes? If you look at the screen, you might be able to see in the left picture there are some astronauts, right? So when the teacher is trying to teach you something, instead of just it being theoretical and just it being on screen, we are actually able to put 3D models of those things here and actually demonstrate in real time what we're trying to teach. For example, if I'm teaching you about the anatomy of a heart, right? Instead of just giving you a theoretical outlook on it, we can literally just put a 3D model of a heart in the metaverse right now here, have people the option of moving it around, studying it from different angles, opening its, different compartments. So, the whole experience becomes much more immersive, and the learning is definitely enhanced for the students. So that's also a very important use case of the metaverse that a lot of educational institutions are already in. So if I talk about what you can do in the metaverse, a very pertinent question comes in that, okay, we know about the metaverse, we know what the opportunity is, we know the statistics, we know the growth potential, but what can we do there? So one of the things that people are actively doing with the metaverse is the virtual events, just like we are having one right now, right? So your global conferences, your meetings, your product launches, your marketing campaigns, that is just one of the things that can be done. Then obviously activities where companies can promote themselves further with more engaging branding, marketing, and user experience activities. Then there's an option of making digital twins of your products, new products and services, e-commerce, education and learning, remote working. These are just some of the things that can be done in the metaverse we have right now. But as we know, this is still developing and there's a lot more to come into this space. So eventually, when this space is developed even further, we would be able to do a lot more than we are right now. But even at this point, what we can do with the metaverse is just phenomenal. So let's move on to metaverse use cases for corporates. So the first one would be product marketing. Coca-Cola launched digital assets to support several marketing campaigns, such as auctioning NFT collectibles for International Friendship Day. So product marketing is one of like the basic things that you can do in the metaverse. Then you obviously have customer engagement. Gucci launched its Gucci Garden on Roblox, a set of brand themed rooms that aligned with the launch of a similar physical space. So when you launch a product into the metaverse, people will actually have the option of interacting with you and your product in real time. There is greater customer engagement, there is opportunity of more interactive feedback and literally real time feedback, right? Then obviously customer service. Um, I think someone is not on mute. So then we have,
Yeah, done, ma'am.
okay, thank you. So then we have, if you look at other use cases, we have product marketing, we have customer engagement, and then there's customer service. How is customer service changing in the metaverse? Help Shift is rolling out solutions for customer support tools in the metaverse, including user feedback, virtual identity, VR support. So we are trying to see that if brands are now moving to the metaverse in terms of their marketing campaigns, in terms of their product launches, what kind of customer service would need to be offered? Obviously, the typical customer service that we have right now, the conservative services like maybe very conventional methods of emails, phones, that would not work when you're in the metaverse. So obviously, your methods of customer services would also be enhanced. There will need to be a new system for people to give their feedback, to be provided customer services based on the products they're getting here. Then we have next generation of e-commerce. A lot of companies are actually working on creating mixed reality engines to allow for cloud-based virtual e-commerce platforms, which will be providing 3D immersive shopping experiences. So what would be the difference between the shopping experience that you have online right now and the one that you might have in the metaverse? Well, if you look at the kind of environment that we are in right now, you can only imagine the kind of engagement, the kind of immersive environment that we can create if we're creating an online store here. You can literally, there's no bounds to imagination. You can create as much as you want to. Customers can come in, they can explore around, you can play around with the setup. So there's no geographical boundaries that you might have in the physical world. So that's the next generation of e-commerce that is going to be powered by the metaverse. Then obviously we have learning and development. How will learning and development change in the metaverse? What we have for that? So we have the option of using metaverse as an immersive learning environment to deliver trainings, lectures, and educational sessions as we are doing right now. So anyone sitting in any part of the world can have access to one learning environment as we do right now, and they can all participate and interact in real time. So that's just one of the things that are being done on a global level in the metaverse right now. Then we have global events, we have global product launches and annual meetings happening in the metaverse. A lot of companies are actually moving their, like maybe they have an annual review, they have a 4-month, like a quarter review. All of these meetings that used to happen physically in different parts of the world, they are now actually being done in the metaverse. So that's saving you a lot of carbon footprint. You're being careful with the environment. You're cutting down on the resources. So that's just one of the cases that we also have when we talk about metaverse for corporates. Okay, there's this person in front of me, Furkan. Furkan, if you could move a little towards your left, because I'm having trouble accessing the screen. Thank you. Okay, so now comes my favorite part about the metaverse for corporates. It's the digital twins. What is a digital twin? A digital twin, in its very simplest words, is a 3D model of the product that you have in the physical world but existing in the metaverse. So it is a virtual representation of any product, any object, any system that spans its life cycle. It's updated from real-time data, uses simulation, machine learning, and reasoning to help decision making. So in very simple terms, digital twin would be a digital version of your actual product that you have in the physical world. For instance, if Unilever has, let's say, Knorr noodles, you can have a digital version of Knorr noodles in front of you as you see. I hope everyone can see in front of their screens. Do you see the blazing noodles? So this is just an example of a digital twin. You can actually touch the product. I will give you some time to explore. You can use your toggles to pick up the pack of noodles. You can turn it around. You can see the ingredients. You can just feel the packaging. So that's something that we can do with digital twins. Yeah, I see people exploring. You guys can give it a
Munir, you
try.
can
Yeah.
unmute yourself and give your views, if any.
Yeah. How do you feel about this? Like, what was your reaction when you saw this product?
Awesome.
You can even turn it around and see the backside. That's also an option.
Or a cool selfie.
Yeah, with the pack of
Nadim,
noodles.
can we show the other blazing version as well, the other prototype?
Sure. Abdul, can we bring on the other version we created? So this is a different version of the noodles. It's more like the spicy ramen noodles that we have in Korea. So this is more like the spicier version of the noodles that we collectively worked with Alina on developing a prototype. So as to how it would look. So this is just an example of what you can do with products here. You can have unlimited trials. You can have unlimited product packaging testing, because let's imagine if you were to create 20 prototypes of a packaging in real time, in real world. You are wasting a lot of resources. There's a lot of manpower being invested. There's a lot of resources and materials being used to create that just to see how it would look. But with the metaverse, you have the option of doing endless amendments to it. You can make as many changes as you want. You can change it literally an unlimited number of times. You can try on different kinds of packaging. You can try out different kinds of shapes. So that just to give you an idea of how the product would look in front of you. So as you see, you have the Korean noodle box in front of you. You can even pick it up. You can move it around. You can even see the back side. You can see the ingredients. So I would love to have a reaction. Like, I would love to have some views on how everyone feels about this. Please feel free to unmute yourself.
Oh, it's very delicious.
Thank you, Abdul. Did you try them?
Yeah. So spicy.
Very spicy.
Can I see the expiry date as well?
Oh, yes. If you look at the bottom, you should be able to see an expiry date. इसको वहाँ ले जाओ ना. अब आवाज़ ठीक है?
It's not possible to pick it up, is it?
Shit, it's okay. Calm down. अच्छा मुझे बताओ अभी की आवाज़ सही है? यार क्योंकि वो मुझे रीना बोल रही थी कि लोग वेट नहीं करना चाहते हैं अभी वो करेंगे.
It's not possible to pick it up, is it? Back.
Yeah, you can pick it up. Hold it. You can pick it up. You can move it around. You can see the ingredients. You can see the front side. But this is just a very basic. This is just a very basic twin. We can also, like, if we have more time, we can even create a pack which you can actually open and see the ingredients inside. Like, you can actually see the contents of the packaging as well. So, for instance, there would be an option to open the cap, see what's inside, what kind of contents are there. So that's also an option. So how did everyone feel about these products in front of them right now? You can give me a reaction. It's okay. At the bottom of your screen, there are some emojis. You can give me a reaction if you liked it. Thank you, Alina. Oh, I got a reaction from, I believe this was Amir, right? Thank you, Amir, for that reaction. Thank you, Abdul. So, okay. So I'm going to move on now.
We have another product.
Okay, Abdul, we can wait for that. Yeah, we can wait for that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, if everyone can unmute themselves back 1 second.
Your voice is amplified.
So guys, sorry, if you see the digital twins use cases, what can we do with it? You can actually have customer experience management, you can have product development, you can have manufacturing, you can have retail.
Yeah,
For
management.
instance, Heinz brand is literally testing out its digital twin to put in the metaverse. How a digital twin is created, it has exactly the same dimensions, it has the same packaging, it has literally the same product that you have in the physical world. It will be placed into in a 3D version into the digital world that we see right now. So a major application of this we're seeing in the automobile industry right now. So what's happening is people are actually able to now come into the metaverse, into a virtual showroom of cars, see how the car looks in different colors, how it looks with different specifications. You can make customizations. You want to change the bumper, you can change the lights, you can, you can make endless changes to it just to see how it looks. So that's just one kind of use case that we have with the digital twins. Customers can have the option of like coming in, customizing it, how they like it, and then see what suits them better. So that's obviously you're improving the customer journey for them as well that way. So now that we know the kind of value that the metaverse holds and everything, the kind of economy that's growing around it, how can we capture this value? So as a company, you can obviously develop a value-focused strategy, define what you want from the metaverse. You have to have a very clear, defined goal set, which tells you what you actually want to achieve out of the metaverse. Then you have to test, learn, and adopt. Obviously, see, for instance, the activity that we're doing right now, it is like a testing and learning activity. It's your first time in the metaverse. You're seeing how it is, how the application is, what you can see here, how you can test out products. So you can try out different events, different products, see what fits your business purpose better, and then maybe develop strategies around that. So once we have, like, for instance, you've been here for 3-4 months, you've been testing different products, you've been testing events, you've been testing different strategies, then you can obviously prepare to scale up. Then you can know what works better for your business strategy, and you can obviously scale up on that. How can we as Metavisionaries help you do that? So as Metavisionaries, we can help you develop a strategy and execution plan for the metaverse, how to get into this space, what are the use cases that can be applicable to your kind of business. Then obviously build your presence and work to achieve your consumer potential in the metaverse. Like you saw, we can also develop digital twins of your products for testing and trials. Let's suppose you're planning on launching a variant of an existing product. Let's suppose you have some shampoo like maybe Tresemme, and you're planning on launching a variant of that, and you want to see how it would look with different kinds of packaging. You want to test out the packaging, the bottling, everything. So that can be done here in the metaverse endlessly. You can have unlimited number of trials. You can have unlimited number of packagings without compromising on the carbon footprint that you're creating in the environment. Then we can obviously form partnerships and alliances in the metaverse. We can host your events in the metaverse. Then we can even develop your exclusive metaverse environment. The environment that you are in right now, this is Metavisionaries environment, right? We've created this environment and we're letting people use our environment for their events. But eventually, if there's also an option of Unilever developing its own custom metaverse, the way they like it. So you can even have your own custom environment, have it branded, have it designed as to how you want it to be. In fact, you can even have a digital twin of your office. I don't know what your office in Karachi looks like, but you can actually have an entire digital twin of your existing office into the metaverse, right? So it will have the same room, same dimensions, same layout, same design, everything as you actually have in the physical world, but it will be digital, and your employees will actually be able to come in, sit there, and interact with each other, work with each other the way they actually do in the physical environment. So that's also one major use case that we're also working on actively. So that was all from my side. I'd love to hear from, I'd love to have everyone's feedback. But before that, I want to show you something that we've developed for Unilever, like a digital twin of your product. So Abdul, can we have the Tresemme on floor, please?
Sorry, Mariam, what product do we need?
Let's display the shampoos for everyone.
Okay.
There you go. So this is the Tresemme shampoo by Unilever that we have in front of you here. So we made a digital twin of your product, one of the products that we mutually decided with Alina what we should work on. So this was one of the products that we developed just to give you an idea of how your product will look in the metaverse. You can actually pick it up, you can move it around, you can see the back side, you can see the front side, and as you see, it is quite similar to your actual product in terms of bottling, in terms of the shape, dimensions, in terms of content, in terms of color. Everything is literally very similar to what we have in the real world, the shampoo that we use every day. I'd love to have everyone's views on this, how they feel about this. Please feel free to unmute yourselves and give us the feedback.
Looks spectacular, Mariam. But the cherry on top of the blazing almond, you guys have put it in meta before we created the physical product.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's just an example of the kind of things that you can do here. Like you can have unlimited packaging trials. Like I know that when me and Alina spoke earlier, she told us that you're planning on maybe launching a different variant of the blazing noodles, right? So maybe you can try out different prototypes as to what it would look like in terms of packaging, and then you can even have live, customer feedback. We can have some. Maybe we can have some testers, we can have some consumers here in the metaverse. We can place the noodle types all around the space and we can see which one they get attracted to first, right? So you can even have real-time user experience, you can have real-time user feedback as well. So that's also one thing that can be done. That's a very important use case that I believe is very, relevant to what Unilever is doing right now. So, Abdul,
It's a
do we have?
brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I want to work with my team to make sure that we test all our work together on that.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you for all your feedback, and I'm happy you liked the products that we created because as we spoke earlier as well, these 3D digital twins, they take a lot of time and effort in development, and our team has worked really hard on them. So we're really happy that everyone liked the products and you found them very similar to what you have in real life. So Abdul, do we have more variants of the shampoo?
No, Mariam, this is all
Okay.
products that we have, but
Okay.
we can happily increase products by time, anytime.
Yeah. So as I was saying, I know Tresemme has a lot of other variants as well. There's like a white version of it as well. There's a lot of different versions. So we can actually create as many variants as you like us to in terms of shampoo, soaps, packaging, anything. So there's endless possibility of what you can do with your digital twins in the metaverse. Alina, like it would be nice if you guys could move to the floor with the shampoo bottle. I'll try to take a picture of everyone.
Sure. We can try and move closer to the main
Abdul,
shampoo bottle.
can you put the main screen on at the back, like the title screen of the presentation at the back? So that's the background we have. The one which has Unilever
Of
logo
course,
as
yeah.
well. The one which has Unilever logo as well.
So if everybody could maybe move towards the main center stage.
Where I'm standing right now.
Next to Abdu, basically.
Yes, join me, please, everyone.
So guys, the one thing I would also like to tell you about the metaverse, a very interesting feature we have here right now is taking pictures. So you can even take selfies if you want. You can see the toggles at the bottom of your screen. You can take selfies with each other, and then you can even take pictures like I am taking yours right now. Then all of these pictures can actually be taken to your socials, your pages, anywhere you like. So that's also an interesting feature that we have when we do events here.
Sure, sure, Mariam. Thanks for sharing. Yeah.
I see the team is enjoying the metaverse. They're having fun exploring all the products and everything around them.
Yeah, yeah. They're just exploring the technology.
Do you want us to put the noodles back again? Maybe they can have a look.
Yeah, I think you can put on Blazing
Yes,
back
yes,
the
please.
original.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. There you go. We have the blazing Knorr noodles, which look super spicy, by the way.
Good one. Okay.
So I'm just taking pictures of everyone trying the noodles and seeing how the packaging looks. So Alina, if it's possible, if everyone can maybe come in the center for a group photo, we can have a group photo with everyone.
Sure, sure. So we can come towards the main center, yeah?
Yeah, come in the main. Oh, I see people are throwing noodles up in the air as well. Fun. That's nice.
Yeah. I'm here in the middle.
Okay.
If everybody else could also join in.
Abdul, can you put the background screen so we can have a picture with that?
Okay.
I'll try to move noodles out of the way for a bit. Okay, great. So everyone's in the center. I think there's two ladies remaining. There's Asima and Mariam, I think. They need to be in the center with everyone. Mariam, can you move towards the center where everyone is? And then we have Fatima. If you could just move to the center so we can have a picture with everyone. Okay, if everyone can look in the front where I am, please, for the picture. Okay, I see. One second, let me move the noodle pack. Wasim, you need to be looking in the front. You are looking backwards. Okay, now perfect. I see everyone in order. Wasim, if you're here, can you please look in the front?
Wasim is not here. He is
Okay.
talking over the phone.
Okay, wait. Let me put them out of the picture so we can have 1 second.
You just you can walk because we need to take a photo all together.
Okay, great. Perfect. Is everyone ready? So 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Alina, you're not in the photo. Where are you?
Hang on. Now I should be there.
Yeah, yeah. Please move with everyone so I can have you in the picture as well. Okay, great. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and Perfect. And one from the back, like a wider angle. Perfect. Thank you, everyone. We had a great session with you. I hope you all enjoyed this today's session as well and got to know some about the metaverse. We tried to give you an overview and a demonstration of what metaverse looks like, what are some of the use cases, how it can be. So initially we thought this session would be on Teams, but then we decided to actually hold it in the metaverse itself so that you can experience it for yourself and obviously understand better. So I hope everyone had a great time and hoping to catch you again soon. And thank you so much for having us with you. Thank you, Amir Paracha. Thank you, the entire MC team, for being with us today. And thank you, Alina, for having this session arranged. We had a fantastic time and looking forward to more collaborations with Unilever.
Thank you so much,
you, guys.
Mariam, Abdul, Wasim.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Mariam.
much for arranging everything for us. We'll definitely be in touch for any use cases that we might be interested in as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a good day.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you, Mariam.
Thank you.
Bye.
We move like years in silence, leave it all behind us. Metavisions are flying to galaxies unknown. In space we merge with science, technology with new guidance. And yeah, we travel so far away. Fly, 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 we fly through the skies. New frontiers can open our minds. No, we're not so far from our dreams. Energy brings us life. Running at the midnight, white lights, supernova. Until the twilight, the bright skies, supernova. Up to the moon, we will go beyond our reason. Tonight, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going. We're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going. We're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going. We're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going. Burning my fire, watching you fly higher, across the entire universe. But I still never found my feet to the ground. And I'ma be dancing on my arms to control, 'cause you know we're breaking the speed of sound. Fly, fly, we fly through the skies. Fly, 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 we fly. Running at the midnight, white lights, supernova. Until the twilight, the bright skies, supernova. Up to the moon, we will go beyond our reason. Tonight, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going. We're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going. We're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going. We're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going. We're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going, we're going.
Only I did get a meeting. 2 बजे
तुम लोगों ने कह दिया Abdul 1 to yes, you too यार, amazing one.
मैं बोलो कर दो
तू मैं भी yes, thank you Abdul for helping. बंद कर दे तू. अपने एंट्री लगाई जा रहा है बीच में कि मैं भी हूँ, मैं भी हूँ, मैं भी हूँ.
नहीं उसने खुद बोला है तो मैं बोला थैंक यू बोला था मैंने अब तुम मेरी लगती बोल बोल ऐसे
बस अब तुम सोच ना yes, thank you Abdul for helping. बस वो कर रहे हैं. वो डिहाइड्रेट किए जा रहा है. तुम चवल लग रहे हो अब तुम.
चल के लगे तुम नहीं कह रही थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू
क्योंकि मेरे साथ तो अब्दुल ने प्रोडक्ट्स के ट्विंस बनाए ना, तुम भी इसको साथ, तुमने मेरी वाली बात पे रिप्लाई कर दिया yes, thank you Abdul for helping.
नहीं वो जो सिस्टम में जैसे होता है पूरा लिखूं उसको सिस्टम में
नहीं
यूट्यूब
नहीं नहीं,
वीडियो
उसको तुम प्राइवेटली मैसेज कर दो कि तू मुझे हमेशा हेल्प करते हो. वो लाइव स्ट्रीम एंड किया
नहीं करना था
कर दो ना एंड.
व्हाट्स योर वन जॉब
मुझे नहीं पता, मैं हैंडल ही नहीं कर रही.
तुम्हारे लैपटॉप पे हैंडल कर रही तुम मेरा लैपटॉप नहीं है तो लगी